What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. I'm gonna need y'all help and your support. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Hit that like button. I need your support. I need your help to grow, to be impactful, to move up the ladder, baby. I need you. Your sister needs you, baby. So in any event, let's get down to the situation. Support, support, support. Let's talk about OG basketball wives and the new sisters, Naya and Noria. It's going down. They're dropping their receipts with a interview with Miss V and also receipts of, OG PR person Elton and what's going on with that situation and, how he's involved in the situation. So let's get right to it, baby.
V. Okay, so what really happened, because she said that I had you begging her, PR guy and all of this stuff, and I'm like, I ain't had B doing a motherfucking thing. So what went on that I might not have known, or what went on with you in the guy situation?
Okay, so the reason I even met OG is because he is her client, was her client. He got fired. Mm-hmm. Supposedly. Oh, and that's true. Like, that's what they were talking about last night. She was talking about, oh, you kept saying, he's fired. But I guess she hired him again. I don't fucking know. Yeah. So, but anyway, so he was my friend, supposedly, right? Mm-hmm. So, I'm a journalist. I covered, for the network I work with, I covered basketball wives. Like, that was my shit. We did a live interview at the event, and then she liked me. I met her and all the other girls, which I had met Jackie before. That I think the only person I had met that I didn't know before was CC and OG. Mm-hmm. And so she liked me, and she was like, okay, well, I'm going to come to the studio and do an interview with you. So she did. She came to the studio, we did an interview, and that was that. So then, as like I said, he was my friend, I called him one day, and he was like, oh, we out now with OG, I just took us to another interview. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, where y'all at? She told me where they was at. We all went to eat lunch. Mm-hmm. And so, at lunch, she talking about the show. She telling, I was like, well, I want to do another follow-up interview with you. And she was like, oh, we got to do the reunion. And I was like, it's funny, my homegirl, date Lynn. And she was like, what? She date Lynn? I was like, she's like, Feby Lynn? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, we need to have her come on the show, and because the reunion's coming up, we can have her blow Feby. And I was like, oh, okay, let's call her right now. And that was it.
So what happened when you called me? What happened when you first called me? When I called
you, y'all got on FaceTime.
No,
remember I called you.
No, remember
I called
when you
didn't answer the phone.
You said what happened?
I called you, you didn't answer the phone, then you called me back, and I told you, and I walked outside, and I told you I was there. I said, I'm with OG right now. She wants to talk to you. And so that's when I got you on FaceTime, and you talked to her, and that was it.
And said from her and all of it, what was said?
She said that she wanted you to come on the reunion show.
Why did she want me to come?
She gonna let you know when, and she gonna, you said you'll see whatever. She said she'll let you know when the date was. I think, or she might have said the date that day. But she wanted you to come on to.
And how many times did she
gang up on Feby? She wanted to gang up on Feby.
And how many times did she had you reach out to me trying to get me to do that?
A whole bunch of times.
And what did I say?
You was like, I ain't really trying to do it. I'm trying to be on the show. And
I said, because I'm not finna go on there and do no shit like that and look like no goofy, and I ain't getting no check.
Right, because you ain't really have no problem with Feby anyway.
But, girl, why she gonna say at Feby before and I want to fight her? Have I ever told you that I wanted to fight Feby?
No, that's what I'm saying. You said you had no problem with her.
Who did I have problems with? That was Lance's baby mama.
The other baby mama that ain't on the show. Exactly. That's the one that lived in Indianapolis or wherever.
Yeah.
even know nothing about Feby till she came on the fucking Basketball Wives show. Me and you I've been knowing you talking to Lance since you've been talking to Lance, and Feby has never been brought up in our conversation.
Exactly. With her, why would I want to gang up on Feby? No, I don't want no person. I don't want to talk about Feby. Yes.
After Feby called her.
Okay, I gotta pause on that moment because Feby said on Basketball Wife that Nia basically sent her a Instagram video from Lance's phone where, you know, there was people involved intimately, like a videotape, and Naya basically said that she sent that to Feby because, you know, she wanted to know what was going on in that situation, what was happening, what was going on, and Lance was her man, so she wanted to find out who was the woman in the video that Lance had in his phone. So she did have a problem with Feby because, or maybe she didn't, but she did contact Feby and send her a message, and Febreze basically is saying that this girl is stalking her, Nia, but Nia is basically saying it's not. So let's continue.
After she was calling Feby foo-boo and talking about her, you know, people talking about her shoes and her she looked like a man and all that shit. Girl, please, you wanted to fight Feby, or you wanted to have an issue with Feby. You wanted to drag
Because she told me that they was
about
about to fight each other. She told me that. She said they was about to fight each other. She told me so much shit about the other ladies. She said that all of them was miserable and unhappy because they don't have no man and they got children with men that failed. So their children are reflections of failed relationships. And she said that and don't no man want them because they don't do nothing but argue on the show. So ain't no man gonna be with their ass.
Well, all of what she could be talking about is Evelyn.
Or she could be talking about Shaunie. She could be talking about Malaysia. She could be talking about all of them.
Oh, well, yeah.
And she even told me you can't touch on kids on the show because, especially if you don't have any, because they try to feel like you're coming from them, so you can't touch on kids if you don't have any. She talked a lot of I was already on the show.
Knew your storyline. They already talked to your sister, your mama, and your daddy.
Exactly.
So
I had already signed my contract when I told you that. So I'm just like, the fuck, you know? Because I just wanted to. But when I said that,
she's on the show.
But when I said
there was no digging or nothing, he's like, oh well, she might be on the show for just one episode. Just because she's on the show don't mean nothing. That's what he told me. And I said, no, she's a cast member. But he was still trying to. He didn't even bring it up to you because I didn't want to make it seem like something it was when it was him and me. Mm-hmm. It was never about OG because I didn't hear from OG now like, oh well, I'm not helping her. Why she trying to get me to put her on? All I heard from OG mouth was, call her. Let's get her on the show. That's what I heard from OG. And that was for the reunion. So, all that begging to be on the show, girl, bye. I hope y'all recording me.
Just let you know we are recording you. I'm going to let you know. But okay. You know when you met me in the fashion district, right? And you brought that guy with you. Did I know who he was when you first brought him?
No, I didn't even introduce y'all.
And when
crazy that day.
And when he was with us, what did I tell you about him? You
said, girl, how you friends with him? He's so messy and he's crazy because he was going off on the taco people, acting crazy. And we were at a basic ass taco restaurant downtown. And he was acting like we was at a sit down restaurant supposed to get 5-star service.
He was acting too bougie and too entitled. Now what I told you, I said, you don't need to be friends with him. I don't like him. I can already tell.
Exactly. And that's why I went off on him anyway, because he be acting like that, but I'll just be excusing it. Just because at this point I will curse him out and go on about my day because he ain't doing nothing for me. He never has. And I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Yeah, he set up the interview with OG, but hell, OG probably would have. She was, as a matter of fact, she was begging for interviews. As a matter of fact, this nigga acting like we begging him to get on the show. This nigga's like, you know anybody, any other contacts I can use to get OG some interviews? Google how many interviews OG had under his PR and see how many articles she got. And that's probably why he got fired. Because she ain't got that nigga.
girl to come to me and get me to talk shit about Feby. And I kept saying, I don't want to talk about her. If whatever I say, like she's not here. So why would I want to talk shit about somebody that ain't here so it can look like I'm looking for this bitch? Like I came on the show to look for her, like I'm a bully or something. No, like if me and her are like in the same room and if we have bad energy or good energy, it is what it is. But she's not here.
Well, I'm gonna talk about OG because word on the street and
V. Okay.
So in any event, it seems like OG PR person may be the middleman, and actually he may be the one that wasn't truthful with both ladies, or he wasn't truthful with OG at all. So you guys let me know what you think. Elton, the PR. I don't know if he's still with OG. I think she said that, she basically, put him to the side because the pandemic hit. And so she really didn't need a PR person at the time. So I don't know if he's hired back or no. But in any event, Nia and Ms. V are saying that he is shady. So let's get to Nia basically showing us, some conversation. Or not conversation, but basically Nia is saying that OG called her right after a Zoom call to congratulate her because she got her spot on Basketball Wives. And so they was all on a Zoom call with VH1, the cast members and things of that nature. So OG knew that she got on the show, and OG recently had a FaceTime with her, whatever the case is. And then we have Nia basically saying OG called her again on the 13th from a blocked number and gave her her phone number. So now Nia is saying that OG gave her number. And so we know OG is basically saying she didn't give her number out to nobody because she has privacy issues. She don't want people to know where she stay at, where she live at. And I don't believe OG said that she gave, Nia her number. She was confused how she got the number. If she got the number from production, if Nia got the number from production, Elton, or, Miss V. So this is what Nia is saying. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And also Nia is putting up a text messages where she was talking to, the casting or the people from VH1, and basically the people from VH1 was asking Nia, hey boo, hey, thank you for all of the great content over the past 2 days. How and when did you meet OG? And so Nia is saying that she sent this message from producers to OG to let OG know what was going on, that she told the producers that she did know OG, she met her, or she talked to her one time and she met her through a friend. So Nia responds to the situation was, I met her once through one of my friends last year. And so it says copy under it. So Nia is basically saying that she sent the information to OG to let OG know what was going on. And her and OG had a conversation about this situation. So it seems like they may have talked more than once, if this is actually true. And so, this is what Nia said. And so so the producers figure it out. And then this is why I called her on the 15th. Hey girl, that situation. Hey girl, never asked you, how did you meet OG before? I have it in my notes, but wasn't sure. And this is when Nia responds, I met her once through one of my friends last year. And so Nia is saying that she sent this conversation to OG so OG would have the heads up and know what was going on, what she told producers and everything of that nature, basically trying to show that she didn't do anything negative towards OG. You guys let me know what you think. And then we have OG calling her back. It says, VH1 OG, La, did he ask you twice? And so basically when allegedly, this is OG said, did he ask you twice about how, she met OG and it was through a friend from last year? And then you got OG saying that that's what she put the arrow at. This is what Nia's putting the arrow at. So basically Nia is saying that OG knew about the whole situation and knew that Nia talked to production. So you guys let me know what you think. It says, call me, what's going on? And then OG responds, allegedly, nothing much, was calling back, been working crazy. So it said, nothing much, was calling back, been working crazy. So it seems like they've been having conversations going on if this is actually OG. So in any event, OG responds, okay, La, so it's nothing. And, Nia respond, yes, La. Just make sure you are not talking to anyone. Basically, keep all the information close to the vest. So it seems like OG and Nia are having a conversation. OG knows about, allegedly, Nia telling the production and the producers that she knows OG. So you guys tell me what you think. And then over here, this is OG former manager or PR person, Elton. Basically, you see him get Naya's number, and you have Miss V. So this is Miss V and this is Elton having a conversation, and Miss V said that's Nia, Lance ex girl's number. So in any event, so Miss V gave Elton, which is OG PR's person, Nia's number. This is what they're posting up. This is what they're using for receipts. You guys tell me what you think. Miss Conversation, she's basically asking why OG PR person wants her number after OG basically they had a conversation. So she's kind of like, I FaceTime with OG, like what's going on. And also with this FaceTime, they wanted to see if Nia will come on to the reunion show. But in any event, what you guys see is allegedly Nia number being given to OG's ex PR person through Miss V. So you got that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's going on? And so you got the interviews, you got things going on, and allegedly the problem with the PR person Elton is that he was trying to get interviews for OG. He was basically, allegedly, from the text messages I have seen, you have to go to Nia's Instagram and you'll see all the messages that she posts up and the conversations. But in one part of the conversation, it's like Elton, OG's manager, is talking about the reunion show with Miss V, and he's asking about dresses. He's asking about a whole lot of things. He's asking Miss V to, do the publications, get the interviews out, get it going, get, Madame Noir involved, get this person involved, do all this other stuff. It was like he was dependent on Miss V to basically promote OG in so many different words with the text messages. I don't know if they're real or fake, but this is what they put out. So in any event, I was like, girl. And so the PR person is saying that OG, she needs help with interviews and things of that nature. I believe that so many people wanted to interview OG. OG just didn't want to interview with many people. She didn't know who was the right person to interview with. And so maybe that's the reason why, or she didn't like the options that she was getting for interviews. But in any event, so we got this situation where OG allegedly is responding back, to Naya to let her know, just make sure you are not talking to anyone about the show. Keep everything close to the vest. And then Naya responds, yes, most definitely will not. So you got that situation where they're going back and forth, allegedly, and that's OG talking to, Nia and saying that, she knows that Nia told the production and the producers that she knew OG. So you guys tell me what you think. And also with this situation, OG's PR person, basically, he's asking for Nia's Instagram. And so, Nia is basically, asking for Nia's Instagram, which he's getting it from Miss V. So he asked for Nia's Instagram. He got Nia's number. So it wasn't like Nia was out there searching for OG's PR person. That's what it seems like. This is real. And also, Mr. Elton was actually chilling with Miss V. They was going out for drinks. They was having a good time. All types of issues going on. So I don't know what's going. It seems like there's some bamboozle going on. And any event when OG's PR person is talking to OG's wondering like why these girls using my name to get on the show. I didn't give them permission to do that. They reached out to me and I told them that I didn't want no parts of the Febreze situation whatsoever. She wished them good luck. She found out they was on the show, but then she found out that they used her name to get on the show. And this is OG with her receipts basically, and her manager, her PR person Elton is basically saying, I don't know what happened, I don't know what's going on, I have no idea, I don't know why they didn't check, I don't know why this and that. And also if you go to Naya's Instagram and you look at her receipts, her PR person Elton is also making claims and putting out little information where it seems like OG is a problem, that OG is difficult to interview, and she will walk out on an interview and things of that nature, that she's always feeling like she's set up, and her PR person, Elton, has to always defend her and have her back, all things of that nature. Like, what's going on? So much is going on with this situation. But yes, Mr. Elton was telling, OG, he has no idea. He's shocked. He don't know what's going on. But yet he was begging for information and asking Miss V to help him with getting pictures of OG from former interviews, and also trying to help her get a reunion dress. So this is probably why Nia is saying that OG wanted her to come on a reunion, even though we know there's no reunion this season. But he was asking Miss V about a reunion look for OG. So I don't know what's going on with that situation, but you guys tell me what you think. So it's a whole lot of whole lot of shenanigans going on with this situation. So in any event, you guys tell me what you think. It seems like Elton was out here running the streets, having a good time. He had OG, but he didn't know what to do to promote OG. Lord have mercy. When you have the golden nugget in your hand and you don't know what to do, this is why we never heard from OG, because her PR person sucked. OG could have got even more of a bigger fan base after Basketball Wives went on hiatus because of the pandemic. And even right after the season, OG should have been doing interviews and talking about the situation and things of that nature. That way, when the new season begins, we understand where OG's coming from, what's going on, what's happening, and we can really decipher through editing or not. So you guys tell me what you think.